What's something about you that hasn't changed since your childhood? I was there too. First movie I saw in what was the first THX certified theater where I live. It's a unique system, I know this. Me and my fellow nerdy comrades so much wanted to have a unique system after that one. I once made a joke to my mother-in-law about how I was her least favorite daughter-in-law. I can't remember what happened, but I broke something, but now when I come around she calls me her favorite daughter-in-law. She only has one daughter-in-law. I sing about absolutely everything. I sing to inanimate objects and sing about what I'm doing. I make up songs for my cats and sing my dumb thoughts out loud. I suck at singing, but I'm constantly just singing. I almost feel like everyone in my life is overwhelmingly tolerant of it. I just got a song in my heart and a love for rhyming, I guess. Plus, who else is gonna sing to my cats or about the food in the microwave if I don't? This reminds me of a friend who used to sing about his food almost every time we ate together, as if saying a prayer. Food is good, food for my tummy, yummy yummy yummy, food food food. It was endearing, to say the least. I can't read a book slowly, over a reasonable amount of time. Once I start a book I'm consumed until it's over and I'm left an empty husk of a person until the next book. I have always been this way and no teacher has been able to break me of it. Yeah, it consumed pretty much all my free time. I'm a quick reader, but I was up till 3 or 4 a.m. reading on the bus. On my breaks, I just needed to know what happened. When I read it the second time I think it took me 3 or 4 months, haha. I picked up a lot of detail I had missed. Teachers are assholes to compulsive readers. I'm ADHD. I could read my book and pay attention in class and get top marks, but teachers hated that. Always made me put my book away. At one point they wanted the school librarian not to give me books during lunchtime because I'd read them in whatever classes I had directly after lunch. School librarian said that was BS. She never had a problem with me. By my last year of high school a few of the teachers basically gave up and let me do my own thing. Those were the classes I excelled in because I wasn't sitting there annoyed and sulking, wondering what was happening in my book. In HS my German teacher made me write lines for reading a book in his class. He said it was the worst, most disrespectful thing a kid had ever done in his class. Couple of days before that a couple of boys had been throwing chairs around the room, but yes, reading quietly when you finished the work is just unacceptable. I'm with you on that one, only now I'm overwhelmed by having too many to pick from because now I can actually afford to buy them whenever I want, so I bought too many, and the more I buy, the more time it will take to complete them, but because I buy more games than I have time to play them, finishing the collection actually gets farther and farther away the more games I complete. It's like the expansion of the universe, and never being able to reach the edge. For me it was an issue of sincerity. Seeing pictures from when I was younger immediately remind me of no matter what I see, this was done against my will, and what I am looking at is fake, something I did to make my mom quit complaining. And no, there never did become a point where I am glad it was done. Now on top of that is the issue of privacy, where facial recognition is increasingly a risk in many facets of public life. I want all animals to be my friend. I was the kid who brought home stray animals and wanted to be a marine biologist when I grew up. I'm still the dork at the party hanging out in a closet with the host's cats. I talk to animals I see on hikes. I gave up being embarrassed about it when a hummingbird flew into my hand and hung out there for a while, because Snow White moments outweigh the weirdness. My core style and also my anxiety disorder. It's weird actually, the style part, especially cause it's always navigating a goth route and no one in my family has dressed like this or even likes it, but little me, and by little I mean down to 3-yo. That's the youngest pic I have of me wearing an outfit I chose, was always picking this type of clothes when she was given the chance. Of course my mom chose my clothes most of the time. Now I'm almost 30 and still similar clothing. From casual to business you can still see this energy. Didn't stop to think about it until reading this post. My love for stuffed animals. I have a collection of really soft plushies in my room that I like to hold and talk to, and it's starting to grow on my boyfriend since he's finding it cute when I start bringing one to the kitchen and pretending like it's our child. Still wanting a PC that have better games, better stuff to add to games and more, and not trying to sound spoiled because I love my Oculus, but I almost got a PC, something I want over anything else. My dad even went and helped me pick a PC out and I was so excited. And then I get an Oculus. I love my Oculus, but no parent should get their kids' hopes up like that. Also, when I say he helped me pick out a PC, I mean he went through the entire "you want your PC built or pre-built? What brand you want, what brand, what kind of monitor, etc. I was honestly just going to get a PC that can run Minecraft decently and something I could use on my Xbox to get some stuff. I answer because I can when someone asks why I'm doing something. I also say have fun whenever someone tells me they are going to do something. Doesn't matter if it's going to play a video game or going to take a shit. Perhaps it's my empathy. I cry knowing that people suffer and that even though my life isn't the best, I know plenty of people in the world would kill to live the way I am living right now. I instantly feel bad and I can't say no to anyone. I often wish it wasn't like this, but I think the world needs more people like me. Perhaps, together, we can make it a better place. Inventing gadgets in my mind that won't work. Not in the least because I have zero technical ability. 6th grade it was a time machine. At 50 it's a DNA sniffing drone human remains locator, a genetic tracker in the style of Fahrenheit 451's mechanical hound, minus the murder, that can fly over bad terrain. The world would be better with the latter. I'm unsure about the former. I still like a lot of the same TV shows and movies, only for totally different reasons. For example, the old Batman TV show was in heavy syndication when I was little and was extremely popular with kids. I had no idea it was supposed to be a comedy. Now that I know what camp humor is, I actually like the show more now. It's like that for a lot of stuff. I can't shower with the bathroom door open or unlocked. I would happily binge-watch Avatar: The Last Airbender or Phineas and Ferb if I didn't have responsibilities. I still want more tattoos than I can afford. I still look up to my best friend and I'm proud to call him my best friend. It went from him being a few years older and willing to beat up people who made fun of me to being proud of him serving our country as a Marine and thinking he's a badass because of that, and him still having motorcycles despite his crash, the big one. I'm still afraid of the little fish that nibble on your feet because I'm irrational afraid of them eating my skin till I bleed when I know it's irrational. There is a campsite that I've been going to since I was a child. It's on the Canadian Shield and looks like a group of 7 painting. The only thing that has changed is the toilets. The outhouse is flush now. It's a magical place. I just got back from a trip there and it made me so happy to see my daughter cliff jump from the very same place I did when I was her age. Many of the adults I met there were the same. They have been coming since they were kids. My unreasonable level of responsibility about things that I'm not responsible, even to a point that I get into a crisis if I can't solve something, and I also can't say that I can't do it, even if it's harmful for me. Also, a total disrespect to formal education that was translated into an impossibility to study in a normal way, an impossibility to express that something is hurting me, or to cry, for example. I think I only retain bad things. Georgia. Ever since I was little, I was always looking for the music in things. Anything, floorboards, flowers, anything. For instance, if you roll down the window in the car just enough, you can hear a pleasant whistle, or if you listen closely to the wind in the trees, The rustling is almost harmonic. Ever since I was shown this by my grandma's friend as a child, I still do it subconsciously to this day. I was gonna say my hair color, but then I realized that when I have longer hair it's strawberry blonde, but when it's cut short it's a darker ginger color. Also, when I cut all my hair off I discovered that amongst all the dark hair I have a weird patch of ash blonde at the back of my head. Odd. I still take forever to go on walks because I get distracted by pretty flowers and interesting bugs. I still need a daily nap or I have a bad time. I still love juice and cookies. I can still spend hours and hours happily as long as I'm being read to, yay for audiobooks. I put constant pressure on myself to get good grades. In 3rd grade I got an A on an art project and I immediately threw it in the trash when I got home and I felt like a failure. I also wouldn't let anyone help me with my math homework when I was little, so I would sit myself down at the table to do it, and if I didn't get it I would cry and pull out my hair until I got it right on my own. I would sometimes sit for hours on end trying to figure it out myself. Now I'm losing hair, naturally. I'm not pulling it anymore, because I'm a mom in college and transfer applications are coming soon. I need all A's, but I've been way better at being mentally healthy with accepting that if I get a B it won't be the end of the world. At least I pray every night it won't. Lol. Haven't watched the show since its original run on CN, but Ben 10 was my childhood. So here's my best effort. Off the top of my head, it started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10, so if you see him you might be in for a big surprise. He'll turn into an alien before your very eyes. He's slimy, creepy, fast, and strong. He's every shape and size. He's Ben 10, all fighting off evil from Earth or space. Heal? ? Cause he's the baddest kid to ever save the day. Ben 10, that's all I got. Going to look it up now so I can hear the nostalgia. It started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10, so if you see him, you might be in for a big surprise. He'll turn into an alien before your very eyes. He's slimy, creepy, faster, stronger, every shape and size. He's Ben 10, armed with powers. He's on the case, fighting off evil from Earth or space. He'll never stop till he makes them pay. Cause he's the baddest kid to ever save the day. Ben 10, 10x3, Ben 10. 10x3, Ben 10, 10x3, he's Ben 10. I can't believe my programming skills is turning into a game development career. Started from a simple HTML to CSS and later JavaScript, PHP, and now C++ with Python, which my JS skills helped me a lot understand C++ programming for Unreal Engine 4, also including my intensive experience in Maya, ZBrush, and Substance Painter. It's also known as Magic Green. Same stuff in a pre-mixed tube. Sometimes it's in the ethnic hair care or weird shaving stuff section. Ada, both me and my spouse usually use Magic Green, and have for years, but recently on a trip ran out and couldn't find any. We used Nair for bikini, comes in a tube that looks like deodorant, and found it less bothersome. The only big word of the wise is if it burns, wash it off. Be gentle, and don't even think to use a razor in the spot for 48 hours. Have a Manscaped trimmer. It's amazing. I also use it to trim my knuckle hair, because I look stupid if it's wild, and once I decided to start shaving my legs, because I wear tall socks and it's so much more comfortable to do so without leg hair and armpits. This helps me sweat less and smell better and keep my deodorant lasting longer. Trimming all of the hair first with the Manscaped trimmer makes shaving them a breeze. I've also used it to groom chest hair and pre-shave trim the belly underneath. It can't handle beard or scalp hair or nose hair, But if you want to trim any other body hair, anywhere, or want to shave clean any other body hair, even like eyebrow hair, Manscaped Trimmer and its wonderful delicate ceramic blades never nick or hurt anything sensitive. Seriously, I've never once had any pain or discomfort from a weird angle or whatever, and this is not common among trimmers, and shaving after the close trim with them. Their nose hair trimmer is also particularly legit. Also, they have subscription replacement blade packs, where every 3 months they'll mail you a reasonably priced blade and toss in a few of their other products as gifts. They have a bunch of different care products / deodorants / etc. for male equipment. I haven't used them much, they're not paying me and I have no relationship with them. I just love the trimmer, nose hair trimmer. The actual product names are lawnmower, mane trimmer, and weed whacker, nose/ear trimmer. I just chill for them because they really help me feel more attractive and comfortable all over. Someone else asked something similar, so I'll just copy and paste my reply. Please do not listen to folks here suggesting Nair or hair removal cream on your ass. Instead, there's 2 ways you can go about this. Get a wax done. This will give you the best results with least chances of ingrown hairs. It hurts a little, but if women can put up with it, I'm sure you can too. Exfoliate with a homemade scrub before and after shaving regions. Use 2 to 1:1 honey coconut oil sugar. Don't rub hard, just a gentle exfoliation to help get rid of dead skin. Make sure to use a clean fresh razor and do not go over the same spot over and over again. If you've got sensitive skin, it's best to get waxed. But find a sugar waxing place, not a spot that uses sticks with super hot wax. Heat opens up pores. When I would get waxed with the hot stuff, I would get ingrowns. Sugar waxing isn't as hot, and I like the results. Technique much better. Edit. Forgot to mention a third option and most effective, laser that hair away. 6 treatments later, hair will be much thinner. Then you go in once or twice a year to upkeep. Kids are attracted to a sub like this with its regular NSFW material because it's a sexual education of sorts that you wouldn't get in school, and it addresses topics that are on the forefront of their mind in their adolescence. I wouldn't call it a safe space for kids to talk when they are spectators, not contributors, for the most part on topics such as these. Also, being respected anonymously. If what you are contributing is worthy of respect, why do you need anonymity? First, use a trimmer with a guard and trim your pubes to desired length. Use baby oil as your shaving cream and a sharp quality cartridge shaving blade. Shave hairs off shaft. Up to you whether to shave balls. If so, pull skin very tight and take your time. Keep a styptic pencil handy in case you nick yourself. Use aftershave or Dickinson's witch hazel and apply when done. It will sting, but you are closing up the pores to prevent razor burn feeling. I find discussions like this one immensely interesting. Growing up, I'm retired. The idea of shaving one's pubes was not part of the general culture. Today it is what one sees in their lifetime. Personally, those who think pubic hair needs to be removed in order to be, I'm guessing, sexier are silly. However, I don't think the fad of shaving pubes is different than the hundreds of other fads which have come and gone, some of which I participated in. I don't think shaving pubic hair is dangerous, wrong, or immoral. It's just a fad. Fads come and go as societies, particularly younger members, first embrace, follow because everyone is doing it, to finally become blasé, boring, and nowhere as neat as the next fad rearing somewhere else within our world. Shaving pubes is an amusing fad, a marginally titillating fad. Pity I'm too old to run with the pube shaving crowd. I say, go for it. Rest assured, it's nowhere near as stupid as pet rocks were, not by a long shot. I've tried everything, but if I genuinely shave my pubes it will no doubt itch like a motherfucker for 2-3 days after. I hate it. I have no worries about accidentally snipping my scrotum or whatever. It's just a nightmare of an itch. Don't shave, man, just trim, as our pubes acts as cushion, a natural barrier to avoid chafing during sex. Well, if you really want to, may I suggest that if you shave you have to be aroused, as it is easier to shave and to avoid little accidents, especially in the balls.